Okay, Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera saya ucapkan dan bertemu kembali dalam slot yang kedua bertajuk Professional, Personal, Presentable, Creating the Perfect Resume and Video Resume. Saya ucapkan selamat datang kepada dua orang panel jemputan kita pada hari ini iaitu Mr. Azriff Azizi Ariffin yang merupakan Recruitment Advisor dari XREMO Malaysia, juga Miss Cherry Chin yang memegang jawatan sebagai Digital Marketing Executive juga dari XREMO Malaysia. Okey, jadi untuk slot petang ini kita akan lebih memfokuskan kepada bagaimana untuk menghasilkan resume dan juga video resume yang tampak profesional, kemas dan menarik apabila menghadiri temuduga nanti. Jadi para peserta boleh gunakan peluang yang ada pada petang ini untuk mendapatkan ilmu tentang penyediaan resume ini kerana saya percaya ramai dalam kalangan para peserta pada hari ini adalah merupakan pelajar tahun akhir pengajian dan sedang dalam persediaan untuk menjalani latihan praktikal, ada yang akan bergraduasi dan ada juga yang sedang memohon pekerjaan juga. Jadi tanpa membuang masa pada petang ini saya ingin menjemput dan mempersilakan Mr. Azriff dan juga Miss Cherry untuk membuat perkongsian bersama kita pada hari ini. Dipersilakan.
Hello, Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera buat semua pelajar-pelajar Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. So thank you very much Cik Nur Azhar for this opportunity. So okay, first and foremost I wanted to ask our admin to share the screen. So yes, the screen share already. Okay, hi. Again, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all students here. Okay, my name is Azizi Ariffin. As mentioned from Nur Azhar just now, yes, I'm a recruitment advisor here from XREMO Malaysia. So I'm being one of the speaker for today. And of course, today I'm not alone because we have another second speaker here with us, which is Miss Cherry.
Hi everyone. Hi Azizi.
Okay, so right now, Cherry, before we start our agenda today, right? So I wanted to ask to all UKM students here, please sign up in our job portal as you can see on your screen right now, which is www.xremo.com/sign-up. So maybe if your phone if your mobile phone in your hand right now, right, you can actually scan the QR code here and then sign up in our job portal. Why you have to sign up in our job portal? Because at the end of the webinar, you are actually entitled to get e-certificate from XREMO. So how we can give you the e-certificate is you need to sign up in our job portal. So we will send the e-certificate on your email, yeah? Okay, so at the same time, right, we do have a mystery gift from XREMO, which is during the webinar, we do have only 3 mystery gifts, if I'm not mistaken. So please stay focused during our webinar, and yes, at the same time, please stay active, yeah. So again, so I think Cherry, while waiting for our students to sign up in our job portal, of course, we need to give them some time, right, to sign up in our job portal. Yes, because because they are actually maybe they will get the e-certificate from us as well lah. So that's why we need them to sign up in our job portal. So while waiting for them, right, Cherry, hi, I wanted to ask you a few questions lah. Cherry, how are you?
I'm good, Azizi. Have you taken your lunch just now?
Yes, I'm done. How about you?
Yeah, and I hope everyone here have already taken their lunch as well.
Yes, correct. So Cherry, I wanted to ask you lah. May I know where you actually found this XREMO? Maybe you would like to share with all of us.
Yeah, sure. But I really have a very short-term memories, you know. So like, not really can remember. But I think I actually came across on LinkedIn. I actually came across with this post by our colleague. Her name is Stephanie. Yeah. So she actually posted this job vacancy post about XREMO one. Then I saw XREMO, but I'm not sure what is XREMO actually is about. So I actually went and Google it. So I Google XREMO and then it came out xremo.com, the website. So I click on it. Then I saw, oh, it's actually a job portals for job seekers like you and me. So I actually just sign up lah. I sign up, yeah, usual, like all the details that they actually require, then I just fill it in. So after I fill it in, I sign in again on the job portal. I look at the, the job vacancy post, they always have one column, right? So one of the things that I actually found very exciting is the icon. The icon, very cute one. And then person like me, right? Because I came from Sabah, then I need to find some working places that is actually nearer to those public transport, so I can access to the workplace easily, right? Then they actually have all these features, which I really love it. And then recently we have the work from home flexibility icon also. Yeah, that is how easy it is for people, job seekers, to see what benefit does this company actually provided to the job seeker. And that is how I found out about XREMO, and now here I am with you, Azizi. Yeah. How about you, Azizi?
Oh, okay, Cherry. Actually, it's very nice sharing. So actually, if you ask me where actually I found out at XREMO, right? That time is
Yeah.
actually I'm looking for a job. Okay, as you know that actually my background is a HR. So actually I'm looking a job that related to human resource, of course. So right when I'm scroll like Facebook, and I saw that at XREMO that time I'm looking for a recruitment advisor. So of course, when we talk about recruitment, right, people know that recruitment is related to human resource. So I actually I wonder what is actually XREMO. So I Google it, I read about XREMO history and so on, and then it's actually recruitment solution provider company, Cherry. So I read about the job description, the requirement, I think that the job description and requirement is what I'm looking for. So I click apply lah. And then, the interview went well. And here we are, Cherry. Here we meet actually. We are like one family already.
Yeah, Ohana. You know what Ohana means?
I don't know lah, what is it? But sounds
Ohana
familiar
means
lah.
family.
I see.
Do you watch Stitch?
Sorry?
Stitch. Lilo
I,
and Stitch.
no.
Never.
Never.
Different generation lah, us.
Okay, Cherry. So I think, right, and maybe our students can actually sign up in our job portal. So we can actually proceed with our agenda today. So
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
maybe we can move on to the next slide.
Let us start.
Okay, so this is our agenda today. Okay, so our topic today are creating the perfect resume and video resume. So first thing first, we are going to talk about how to make a perfect resume. Okay, to attract your future employer, your future company to call you for interview, to call you for interview, or maybe for you to get internship placement or the real job. Secondly, our agenda today is what is a video resume and the purpose. Video resume macam biasa lah, Azizi, buat video lepas tu send to the company. Mungkin that is what you think, but we will share with you what is the purpose of the video resume. The third one is actually misunderstand about the video resume, and then format for video resume. Ada format ke, Azizi, nak buat video resume ni? Of course, because you are going to present about yourself. And last but not least is do and don'ts of video resume. So we can proceed for the next slide. This is speaker of the day. So the first speaker is me, myself. So please allow me to introduce again myself. So my name is Azizi Ariffin. I'm a recruitment advisor here. So who is actually Azizi? Again, Azizi is a recruitment advisor here at XREMO. So actually, I'm experienced in handling full spectrum of human resource management, such as talent management, human resource business partner, human resource operation, and human resource learning and development. As you know that human resource area is a big area. So not all HR are doing all the areas. So yes, actually I'm experienced with this full spectrum of HR. So my education is actually I'm bachelor degree of business administration. Human Resource Management from College University Polytech Mara, Kuala Lumpur. So that is my contact number, email address, and LinkedIn. You can actually can contact me if you would like to ask about your career journey, tips for interview, or maybe you wanted to share with me about your resume or anything that I can actually help you to actually enhance your resume also can, yeah. So feel free to connect with me via LinkedIn as well, which is Azizi Ariffin. So please allow me also to introduce our second speaker, which is Cherry. Hi, Cherry. Maybe you would like to introduce about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So as you all can see, my name is Cherry Chin. My name is Cherry and my surname is Chin. Yes, and I am a digital marketing executive in XREMO. So my background, let me share some of my working experience background with all of you. So I actually have a marketing background coming from a digital marketing firm where I actually deal a lot with third parties, a lot of people. So I'm consider myself as a people-oriented person, okay? So that is also how I actually enhance my skills and my knowledge in this area. So before I actually studying as a digital marketing executive, I actually working as a public relations. Yes, a PR in a corporate company before this. It's actually a developer company. So about my educations, I'm actually holding a Bachelor of Degree. I'm taking a double major in marketing and international trade back in Victoria University, which is in Melbourne. So as you can see, this is my contact number, email address, and also LinkedIn. So if you have any questions after this webinar that you actually wanted to clarify with Cherry, so actually we are very welcome you to contact me through my phone number, also can email to me, also okay. I'm actually a very active one and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And my LinkedIn, my username is Cherry Chin. Yeah, very easy to find also. So welcome you all to connect with me and then let us expand our connections on LinkedIn as well. So I will pass back the floor to Mr. Azizi.
Thank you, Cherry. So nice to know you. So I would say that before this, you said that you are, how to say, digital marketing, you know, PR and so on. So I believe marketing is just like your DNA already, yeah?
It's in me, is it?
Yes, you're right. So Cherry, right now we are, how to say, we are about to, how to say, to start our agenda today, but just a little housekeeping to all of you. Just let's say, right, during the webinar, you have any questions, please ask on the chat box, yeah? So about us, yes, maybe UKM students here wonder about what is actually XREMO. So actually, XREMO is a recruitment solution provider that wants to source passionate job seekers like all of you to get the right career with the right fit employer. So meaning here, right, XREMO is actually a middle person to help candidates like you, to help job seekers like all of you to find your dream job, to find your dream company, or maybe to find your internship placement as well. But at the same time, we actually, XREMO is a middle person as well for company, for employer to find the right candidate for their organizations. So meaning here, right, we are middle person to help you to get the right job, okay? So we move on to the next slide, yeah? What is resume? This one, resume, like sounds so, how to say, sounds so so common, right? So actually resume is a word that you always heard a lot, right, during your job hunting process. So actually resume, sometimes called CV as well, which is a document that lists your work experience, your education, your skills, and your achievement. So a resume is actually a formal document that job applicant like all of you create to itemize his or her qualification for a position. So a resume is usually accompanied by a customized cover letter, okay, to show that your interest to join that particular company. Cover letter is actually for you to actually, you know, to express why you want to join that company, why you would like to be in that position and so on. But cover letter is not compulsory lah, I would say, yeah. So successful resume highlight specific accomplishment applicants, which is you have achieved in former position, or maybe for you to actually to put your formal achievement during your study, like diploma and degree as well. Yeah. So there are many formats of resume, of course. There are many with many variation for particular professions such as graphic design resume, or maybe the common one of resume. For example, right, you are actually looking for a job in the area of graphic design, so maybe your resume might be like so colorful, like 3D, something like that, right? Because you wanted to show to the hiring manager, to HR, or to that your future employer how creative you are. Or just let's say you are actually education students, or maybe HR students, you are looking for a job in the area of HR, in the area of accounting, finance, so on. So maybe your resume is a black and white, which is the common one that we always saw, and maybe in the online internet and so on. Yeah. So whatever the format for resume, with many variation of particular professions, such as, whatever it is actually must include your briefly summary and experience about yourself. Okay, so that is what is actually resume. So maybe we can proceed for the next slide. Purpose of a resume. Okay, of course, the purpose of resume, Azizi, resume ni untuk apa? Untuk cari kerja lah, betul tak? Untuk dapatkan kerja lah, untuk hantar dekat email, or maybe walk in. Okay, the popular belief resume is to land a job. Is it true? So many people think that the resume is to land a job, but if you ask me, for me, it's not a true. Because for me, the purpose of resume is actually to land you an interview. So resume is to give potential employer a feel for your past experience and your skill. So remember, you are trying to sell yourself on your resume. So emphasize your strength. Okay. So most employers look for a steady job history and a positive pattern of progression. Okay, maybe hiring manager, HR, when receive your resume, they wanted to see like your past experience. What is your experience? Your working experience, or maybe they wanted to see your progression during your past experience. Just let's say you start your job as a HR executive, and then you are being promoted as a HR manager and so on, for example. So the employer wanted to see that kind of progression. So it's just let's say, right, you are actually final year student. Of course, you have no working experience, right? So actually, no worries, because you can actually put your your achievement, or during your your bachelor degree or your diploma, okay, on your experience column, because employer wanted to see how active you are as a student. Yeah. So however, each organization has a different demands, and it is essential to learn as much as possible about the employers and what he or she is looking for. So your resume should be tailored as much as possible to match each employer needs. Okay. So employers not only use resume to find a good fit candidate, so they also use them to weed through the applicant. So at this point, the hiring process, employers are handling numerous of resume. Just imagine one job posting. For example, I'm looking for a finance executive position. One job posting, how many applicants actually apply? So many, okay? Sometimes it hits like thousands of applicant as well. So how for you to be something different if compared to others applicant as well? So you should think about it. So remember, your resume should be reflection of you, okay? Also, certain standard elements are included in all resume. There is no perfect resume, of course, that you must ascribe to. So your resume should accurately reflect your background and experience in way to optimize your qualification. So for example, if you are looking for account position, internship placement and so on, right? So your resume must actually match with your skills. Maybe you are able to use UBS software or any accounting software as well. So yes, one way to maximize and the impact of your resume is to choose a style that will make your personal history as attractive as possible. Okay, so if your resume is well written, it will generate phone call asking you to come for the interview. Ini yang kita nak kan, bila ada orang call kita, you know, hi Azizi Ariffin, I'm actually calling from this company, I would like to ask to invite you for interview and so on. Itu yang kita nak, is actually a good news. That's why I said that resume is actually not to land you a job, but to land you an interview. Okay, if you are not getting phone calls and you are after you are sending a lot of your resume to a lot of company out there, then you need to take a closer look at what you are sending out. Okay, for example, I banyak sangat dengar yang candidate, you know, fresh graduate cari internship placement pun susah nak dapat company. I dah hantar lebih pada 50 company Azizi, tak ada orang call pun. And then you have to take a closer what you are sending out actually. How about your resume format? Is it in the right way to attract employer, to attract HR to call you for interview? So that's how you need to think. Okay, jangan macam instead of you macam always complain ni, kenapa tak ada orang call interview ni, tak ada orang call, I dah hantar 50 dah. Banking line I dah hantar, oil and gas I dah hantar, tapi tak ada orang call pun. You need to take a closer what you are sending out. Okay, so the next slide is we are going to share to all of you what is the 5 magic keys must have in your resume. As you can see, panas sekarang musim panas ni, I pun dah macam dah berpeluh dah. So 5 magic keys. First thing first is contact details. Secondly is a self-introduction, education background, experience, and relevant skills. Okay, first thing first, what is the magic keys that you must have in your resume? First and foremost, contact details. It seems like so basic and obvious. Mestilah Azizi, resume kenalah ada contact details, betul tak? Kenalah ada phone number. Nampak macam very basic kan? But I cannot tell you how many tons of resume actually I receive every day without having complete contact details. For example, nama candidate dah ada dalam resume tu, Azizi Ariffin. Letak nombor telefon, patut ada 10 digit, tapi nombor telefon tu ada 9 digit je. Dengan email address tak ada. Jadi macam mana HR nak call untuk interview, betul tak? And then you wonder, kenapa tak ada orang call ni? Dah hantar 50 company dah ni. You need to check again your resume. So your resume must have, which is your name, your city, your state, your phone number, and email address must be prominently displayed at the top of your resume. Okay. How's the So you should also include your social media profile, such as LinkedIn as well, if you have LinkedIn. Just let's say I don't have LinkedIn, as you see, never mind, you are still young, you are still students, right? You can register now LinkedIn. You need to be active on LinkedIn, yeah? So you can put your LinkedIn there. No need to put your Instagram. No need to put your Twitter, you know. Kalau hiring manager tu rajin tengok Twitter you dengan you tweet and you retweet, bahaya tu. So no need to put that kind of social media. You can put your LinkedIn, which is LinkedIn is actually a professional social media, I would say, yeah. So just let's say you are looking for a job in the area of IT, you know, need the technical thingy, right? So you can actually put your portfolio, you know, any link of your portfolio or maybe professional website, because employer need to see how creative you are, or maybe wanted to see your skills, your creativity, and so on. Okay, so again, the first thing first, contact details must be complete in your resume. Second magic skill is actually self-introduction. Okay, think of a career summary like a movie preview. Okay, it set up what the reader is about to learn and draw them in with the most important information about you. In most cases, employers see resume before they meet you. Betul tak? Dia dapat you punya resume, ada gambar you. So dia tengok you punya resume dulu sebelum dia jumpa you face to face. So resume ni act as a formal introduction, exhibiting each candidate unique skill set. So when you offer your resume to employer, not only do they get a list of summary of your qualifications, but they also get a look at your personality. For example, resume kan panjang, banyak words and so on kan. For example, you punya resume macam tak tally ke, you know. So actually it show your personality as already. Maybe employer akan rasa, or maybe HR akan rasa, oh this candidate tak detail oriented, for example. Macam mana ni sengit pun boleh tak nampak. Macam nak kerja ni, hantar resume pun dah nampak tak detail oriented. So that's why actually resume already show your personality. But not 100% of course, yeah. So your resume summary of objectives should be short, or maybe 1 or 2 sentences section that briefly explain who you are and why you are qualified. Okay. Self introduction ni you can put like I'm Aziz, for example, I'm Azizi Ariffin. I'm looking at internship placement in the area of human resource management, for example. Maybe you can put like I hire people brighter than the stars, for example. You know, something like catchy words, very short one, catchy words, but can actually attract employers' attention. For example, you are looking for, you know, HR, again HR, you know, Aziz ni asyik bagi HR punya example je sebab background HR kan. So I hire people brighter than a staff, or maybe you are looking for marketing position, marketing department for internship placement, right? Maybe you can put like the real marketing doesn't feel like marketing. That's how catchy words that you can actually put on your resume to attract employer attention. Okay, the next is education background. Okay, education background. So recruiters and hiring managers shouldn't have to hunt you for your education credentials. So designate a section at the bottom of your resume for this information. So simply write where you are coming from, you know, you went to what college, your qualification level, diploma or degree or masters, or maybe if you are graduated with honors, please highlight it, or which college you are coming from. Additionally, can add your CGPA as well on your resume if your CGPA greater than 3.0. So actually, I received a lot of resume on the educational background, right? They put like I'm a bachelor degree.
Macam makan makanan macam tu nanti okey buat makanan Kelantan. So kalau nak rasa macam tu.
Tak apa, never mind. Technical issue biasalah when everyone are working from home, kita kena faham. So, educational background tadi, I received a lot of resume, you know, put that they are bachelor degree in finance, but they didn't actually put it from what university they are, you know, from tahun bila ke tahun bila dia belajar dan sebagainya. So please, educational background column you must complete it, okay? Kena, kena tunjuk yang jelas lah you belajar di mana, berapa result you dan sebagainya. So the next one is actually experience. So experience is also called professional history section, okay? This is actually opportunity to showcase the value you have brought to the former employer. So here you should list all your most relevant of work experience beginning with your most recent job. Meaning here, you punya latest experience kena letak yang paling atas. For example, you letak working experience. Yang paling latest working experience kena letak yang paling atas. Yang bawah-bawah tu, yang sebelum latest tu you boleh letak yang bawah-bawah. Because sometimes kita banyak terima resume, yang latest tu letak paling bawah. Yang tu silap, okay? Kena letak yang paling latest di atas. But just let's say, right, oh Azizi, I'm a final year student, I'm a fresh graduate, how many times I want to tell you, actually I have no working experience. No worries, as I mentioned earlier, right? On the experience column, you can put your part-time job as well. Just let's say before this, I'm working at Starbucks, I'm working at Chila, I'm working in retail, in shopping mall or whatsoever. Put it, okay, and tell how long you are working there as a part-time. Important ke nak letak part-time working experience ni? As a fresh graduate like you, I would say that yes, you can put it, and it's quite important as well because hiring manager wanted to see how independent you are. Bila you dah pernah kerja part-time, HR akan rasa macam, oh you dah tahu macam mana working life, you know, the real working life and so on. So yes, you can put. Just let's say you don't have part-time job. I memang fully time student Azizi at Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Never mind. In the experience column, you can put like you are joining any competition, for example, debate competition. You are, alhamdulillah, sorry, you show like how many competition that you join, ahli kelab gotong royong ke, you can put it because employer wanted to see as a fresh graduate how active you are. Okay. So last but not least is relevant skill. So every resume should have a skill section which appear when your summary in short, or maybe you can put it as a bullet column as well. Okay. So actually it gives employers a way to skim through your resume to see that you have the expertise that they are looking for. So matching your skill section to what appear in the job posting is especially important for people applying to technical job like IT. As I mentioned just now, right? Technical job like IT position. Since these job seekers have to show employer they possess the hard skill that are required to perform the job. Okay. So just let's say you are looking for finance position again. You read about the job description. The requirement, they said that they need someone that is actually proficient in Microsoft Excel, for example. So you can edit resume you, relevant skills punya part tu je letak, you are proficient in Microsoft Excel. Tapi jangan tipu lah. If you are not proficient, don't put it lah. Maybe you can put like 50%, you know, something like that. So you can get the clue that skills that the employer want. So edit your resume to put that skill. So yes. However, don't overlook your soft skill. That is critical workplace skill that you can't measure. Yang ni kita banyak sangat terima resume yang letak dia punya skill yang kita tak boleh measure. Apa skill yang tak boleh measure tu? For example, leadership skill. Dia letak bagus ni candidate ni. Ada leadership skills, communication skills. So that kind of actually skills, right? Actually, we cannot measure that kind of skill. So in fact, according to the Society for Human Resource Management, employers actually care more about the soft skill than they do technical ability. So yes, jangan pernah buat silap daripada yang I mentioned just now. Contact details. Okay, I briefly again to recap. Contact detail must complete. Self-introduction. Okay, explain about yourself. I'm passionate in the area of human resource. I'm passionate in the area of marketing. Because marketing is just like my blood already. Something like that, you know, catchy words that can attract employers' attention. Your educational background. Proud to say that you are from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Okay, one of the prestige university in Malaysia. You have to put it on your resume. Your experience. Again, I said you have no working experience, never mind. Put it your experience during your bachelor degree, your diploma, and so on. And then last but not least is your relevant skills. Okay, relevant skills mean, you know, as I mentioned just now, not soft skills. Soft skills you can put as well, but in the separate column. Okay, so I think I have done to share with all of you 5 magic keys. So right now, we move on for the next slide. Penat dah cakap ni, I tak ada ni, macam mana ni? Okay, so right now, resume template. You prefer resume A or resume B? Since Azizi talked a lot, right? Alamak, Nurul Ashikin sekejap. Okay, since Azizi talked a lot today, so I wanted to know actually, apa tu? Okay. Okay, I wanted to ask all students, which resume actually you prefer, resume A or resume B? Can you actually put it on the chat box?
Azizi, they are so responding now. You see a lot of that.
Yeah, let me see first. So many people actually. Resume B, resume B. I think UKM students are very active because I'm actually, this is what I expect from UKM students, because actually we do this kind of webinar several times already with UKM, right? So, okay, resume A, resume B, Shafika. Prefer resume A, resume B. There is no right and no wrong answer, yeah. So maybe I would like to choose one of them lah. Maybe the one that I choose, you are able to get a mystery gift from XREMO, isn't it, Cherry?
Yeah, they will be able to get the mystery gift if they unmute themselves and then let us know why they actually choose resume A or resume B. What's the reason? And then, of course, the condition is that there is one only condition, which is they have to sign up with XREMO. Yes. And then they need to verify their email as well. All right.
Okay, you are right, Cherry. So maybe I would like to choose a student named Irfan Haziq. Irfan Aziz, maybe you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes. Hi,
Hi,
Irfan. I
Hi.
wanted to know which resume actually you prefer, Irfan?
For me, I think since I'm from civil engineering background, so I
Mhm.
choose A.
You choose resume A. Okay, maybe you would like to share with all of us why?
I think I heard from somewhere before that we shouldn't put our picture in the resume.
Hmm.
And secondly, the sequence of the resume on A is better, I think.
Okay. Thank you very much, Irfan. So actually, there is no right and wrong answer, yeah. So Irfan, of course, I would like you to put your details, your full name here on the chat box, your full name, your email address, and your phone number as well. We will send you a mystery gift via email. Okay, so don't forget, yeah, Irfan, congratulations for the mystery gift. So again, yes, actually Irfan choose resume A because he might heard somewhere that we shouldn't put our picture on the resume. Okay, so in my opinion, right, actually there is no right and wrong. No matter you choose resume A or resume B. Okay, the resume A, of course, look like, more professional. And the resume B, you put your own picture, right? Maybe there is a certain of hiring manager wanted to see who is this applicant, Azizi Ariffin. I wanted to see lah. Maybe like how is Azizi Ariffin looks like. From picture, maybe you can see like, oh, how this candidate look like, very very professional and so on. Who knows, right? You can resume A, resume B, both also can, isn't it, Cherry?
Yes, you are right, Azizi. Whichever they actually feel comfortable, and most importantly, they include everything that's needed in the resume.
Yes, you are right, Cherry. So I think banyak sangat UKM student nak jawab kita punya soalan ni. So never mind. To all students here, we still have another 2 mystery gift. So yes, I would like to hand over this session to Miss Cherry to continue the slide. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm back, and thank you, Azizi, for sharing what a resume is and what to be included in a resume to make it a perfect one. So I'm pretty sure that everyone should have a better understanding of how to make your kind of perfect resume. Am I right? Yeah. And yes, again, nice meeting everyone here. Although I can't see all of your faces, but I assume all of you are as exciting as I am today. Am I right? So before I go into the next topic of the day, I would like to ask everyone here, are you guys excited about the mystery gift we are giving out today? If you are feeling as excited as me, please type 1 in the chat box to let us know you are very excited for the next mystery gift. Okay? Whoa, a lot of 1 coming in. I never expect that, but very good students. You are actually paying a lot of attention to the speakers and the slides today. So the mystery gift, the second mystery gift will be giving out later. So you need to pay attention to the content of the webinar. All right. So you will be able to answer the questions later on. There will be a questions. Okay. So I can actually feel the excitement from you all, and maybe it's because it's Friday, am I right? So let's bring it up. And okay, now we're gonna continue with our topic. So what is a video resume? Anyone heard of video resume before? Like, you guys know what is it about? Okay. So if yes, show me your hands. Hands up. Yeah. Okay, so it's actually, oh, there's a lot of hands up. So you guys heard of video resume before, right? So it's actually a short video created by candidate like you and me here. Yeah, for job applications nowadays in a much more creative way. So are you guys agree with me? Yeah? So instead of uploading the traditional resume in PDF format or Microsoft Word to apply job online or email it to your job recruiter, hiring manager, or the employer. So uploading a video resume does sound more convincing, right? So actually, this is a common practice, I would say, today. However, not many people committed to this. So you may ask me, Cherry, why they don't want to upload a video resume? Instead, they want to upload a traditional digital resume instead. Yeah, why? So let us continue and you will find out why later. So in a video resume, what would you include in it? Yeah, so it's same, but different. You may include everything mentioned by Azizi just now, which is your working experience, your achievements, your skills. So to gain the positive first impressions from the employer. And also it is an additional screening option, additional screening options to the employer as well. So it's like a supplement. You guys heard of supplement before? It's like a supplement that we take, maybe not you all, because I think you all still very young, and probably person like at my age, yeah, we are actually start taking supplement, all right? So it's not to say that video resume today is to replace the digital resume, but video resume is a unique way to express your skill, your communication efficiency, and your attitude, which is not possible done by only through the text resume, am I right? So it's important to keep in mind that a video resume isn't going to get you a job. Just like Azizi said, a resume won't get you a job. Instead, it will assist in marketing yourself to prospective employer if it's done right. So now we are going to talk about what is the purpose of a video resume. Next slide. Yeah, okay. So, well, we are going to be very honest with everyone here. There is only one reason why you would need a video resume. And yes, it is to increase your chances of getting noticed and selected by the employer for the interview. So we go to the next slide. Yeah, from the picture here, you can see how the recruitment works traditionally. So when the hiring manager or the recruiter, they posted a job advertisement online, there will be, let's say, more than 200 applicants for one job only one job. However, there is only 4 to 6 candidates that's managed to catch the attention of the recruiter based on the resume they sent in. Am I right? And shortlisted for the interview. So by the end of the day, there is only one candidate out of 200, more than 200, that will be selected and will be offered for the job. 1 out of 200 candidates. Now, does that sound very challenges to you already? So here is how a video resume step in and help you during the shortlisting process. So to be able to fit in into these 4 to 6 candidates who shortlisted for an interview, you will need to have something others don't have. Yeah, something different, something unique, and most importantly, it's able to catch the eye of the recruiter to look at your resume at least, am I right? Which is the video resume. So if you still remember, earlier on, we touched on the purpose of the video resume, which is to increase your chance to get noticed and then shortlist for the interview, am I right? So just like a supplement, it won't help you, it won't help me, it won't help everyone here to cure our sickness. Instead, in this case, it will help us to secure a job. How? It will actually give us vitamin to make our body stronger, which in this case, it means help us to get noticed during the shortlisting process, right? So from here, you can actually see that the reason is really simple, because you have made yourself different from the rest and more convincing when it comes to selecting the candidate for the interview. So comparing, let us compare how the recruitment works traditionally and how the video resume disrupt the recruitment process. We're considering candidate A from the traditional one and candidate K from the video resume one. Which one would you choose? Of course, you will choose candidate K, am I right? Because you can actually see how does this candidate K express his or her attitude or expressions in the video resume. So you might get better impressions of these applicants. Let's say if this candidate K express a very positive expressions during his or her video interview, okay? So with video resume is actually give the employer a different decisions to select a more convincing candidate for the interview. So next slide. So the first thing when it comes to our mind about a video resume will be time consuming. Anyone agree? Because many people actually may have some certain misbelief of a video resume. So now we're gonna talk about what actually most of the people think of a video resume. So the first one would be time consuming, all right? No jokes, because I have been receiving different comments, feedback from the job applicants that they think video resume is just a waste of time. So is that so? Why use a video resume when all you can do is just submit a normal resume in Word document or a PDF file? Am I right? After all, the job applicant thinks that no employer out there gonna use a longer time to watch the video during the screening process, and it cannot replace a traditional digital resume after all. So come on guys, let me know if you guys also think the same way here, right? Time, yes, in the chat box if you think so too. You think that time consuming for this video resume, type yes in the chat box and let me know what you think about it. So you guys actually agree that video resume is time consuming, am I right? So no worries, no right or wrong here. It's just, I want to know what you guys think of a video resume. Yeah, so because there is a reason why Cherry is here today and do the sharing with all of you here. Am I right? So yeah, so it would be, the next one would be the appearance. So some of the candidate may think that the employer may dislike how I look like, their appearance through the video resume during the screening. So you guys can tell me whether it is true or not, whether you was afraid, have this thought that later the employer see my face, they don't like how, then you have no chance to explain yourself because you are not meeting them face to face to have like an interview sessions where they can see your face, but you can explain yourself right at that moment, am I right? So anyone here feel the same way, right? So the next one is also one of the very famous reason that I have personally came across. I believe this might be the concern of the majority also, am I right? So yeah, shine in front of the camera. Well, I would say we totally feel you, trust me, but we totally understand how they feel like. So some candidates who are not camera friendly, okay, shine in front of a camera, they might lose out the advantage to be called for the interview because they are shy and they might appear to be not confident. So when you are shy in front of a camera, of course, you won't talk like confident. You might scared that I don't know how people might think of me. I scared I look not good. All these kind of thoughts that you're afraid of, okay? So if you appear to be not confident when you're sharing your skills, your experience, your strength, we are not confident, but you're saying, actually, I'm good at marketing. So does this sound convincing to the employer? No, right? When you appear to be like that, the employer will think that this fellow, this student, or no, this candidate looks not confident. Is it really real that he or she is good at marketing? Am I right? And last but not least, some candidate may think that they will need to fake on their weaknesses. so they can get a better impressions from the employer. Is it correct? This one you guys can tell me. So what is the most important thing is that what a video resume is really about. So we're going to our next slide. Yeah. Let me have a sip of water first. So in this slide, we would like to clarify on all this misbelief of point, okay? And guys, don't fall asleep, okay? I know it's after lunch hour here, and then your stomach might be working very hard to digest your lunch just now, but be with me, okay? So let us continue and make today an exciting Friday, okay? So now, video resume is actually a second level screening as employer need and want to be sure they are calling the right candidate for an interview, that the video resume will give them the confidence, especially from the video resume. From the digital resume. Some candidate might look all same and nothing different. If you're comparing, look at their resume, nothing different, all same. However, if 1 out of 100 candidate, you are the only one who submit a video resume, and that of course would attract the employer to take a few more seconds to look into your resume and probably have shortlisted you because you are different for the interview. They will shortlist you for the interview, which is already a very good beginning for you during your job searching journey. Am I right? So the next one would be your body language. So the employer is actually looking for a competent employee, which means your appearance doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so let's recall to the previous slide a little bit where we actually discussed some candidate might afraid that employer might dislike their appearance. So now that is not true. Okay, so what an employer would look into their ideal candidate is actually they would judge based on your body language throughout the video resume, but not how you look like in overall. Okay, so no worries on this. It's your body language that is matter, and most importantly, to be well prepared ahead. Of course, we will need to be prepared and get ready for it. Am I right? Takkan one day you wake up, you feel like I'm gonna do this video resume today, so you just do it without any preparation. No, things doesn't work that way. Okay, so we would recommend the candidate to focus on the video resume preparations to get it right, especially the length of the video. So the best is that to make the video between 90 to 150 seconds, which is 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so less than that, okay? Anything longer than that might cause loss of interest of the employer to continue watching it because it's too long. Yeah, just same like us when we are looking at our social media, when you come across with some video. So if the video is too long and it's not exciting at all, are you going to continue? No, am I right? Yeah, but anything shorter than the suggested duration is not recommended as well because it might not be able to cover all of your highlight points to the employer. Okay, so let's just stay between 90 to 150 seconds. Okay, another super useful and time-saving tips to you guys is that to sign up with XREMO. Why? Because our website already have the video resume feature with guidance. So you just have to follow it correctly. And trust me, you will just be fine, okay? It's not that scary and difficult after all. If still you have no idea how to complete it, no worries. Why? Because we have our own professional recruitment advisor, okay? To be ready there with you and guide you step by step to make it a perfect one. Huh. Isn't that amazing? So feel free to scan the QR code at the bottom of the slide. It actually appears in every slide if you notice. Yeah, feel free to scan the QR code and then sign up with XREMO, and we have a lot more to share with you guys. And also, not to forget that, to be honest. Be honest, be yourself, and be genuine during the video resume. So let's take it as interview sessions, okay? Stay calm and you will be all right. Often of the times, right, most of the employers are only interested to know how you can actually help them, that you are the right talent for the role if they hired you. So just get yourself ready and present in a professional way would do, okay? And we go to the next slide. Yes, the importance of our body language in video resume. So just now we have mentioned that the body language in the video resume is very important, am I right? So the rule here is pretty simple. The basic of this rule is that words are not everything when it comes to communications, all right? And we are talking about spoken communications here. Verbal communications and words are not everything here, which might be a little surprising, isn't it? Words are not everything, all right? So the elements of personal communications as this rule are spoken words only make up 7%, okay? Only 7% of the verbal communications, while 38% is your voice, and 55%, which is the major part, is actually coming from your body language. And that shows how important it is, your body language, all right, when it comes to verbal communications. So just like now, yeah, it's a verbal communications now because you can see me through the camera here, and then you can listen to my voice, okay? Right, so now let's go deeper into the understanding of voice and body language. So this study you can see on this slide is actually by Dr. Albert Meribin, proves that speakers' words, which is our words when we are doing the video resume, are only a fraction. Yes, only a fraction of entire communications, basically only 7%, as we've seen on the slide. So the pitch and the tone of the voice, the speed, the rhythm of the spoken words, and the pauses between the words may express more than what is communicated only by words itself. So this is an important point here. This make up 38% of our verbal communications. But like I said, it's only make up 38% of the communications, while 7% was the word that was being used. But the remaining 55% coming from our body language, okay? So body language actually includes several things, such as the gesture. So the gesture can be your hand gesture, how you actually put it in during your video resume, okay? Your gesture, your posture, how you look like, how you present yourself in overall during the video resume. And of course, your expressions, right? So are you smiling? Are you express the sad feelings in the video? All this is important. So this actually helps to convey a variety of subtle signals. So these non-verbal elements can actually present a listener, which is the employer, with important clues to your thoughts and feelings, and thus substantials or contradict to your choice of word use, okay? Since we are talking about the video resume now here, your gesture, your posture, and your expressions should have represent you as a job applicant. Yeah, because this is going to substantial the message that you are going to convey, am I right? But if today you are showing your sad expression, or angry or of those irrelevant, then it will be contradicting with the word that you are saying as a job applicant. Yeah, so this make up the major portion of the studies, 55%, which is why this is most important part of the language. Okay, so we covered the importance of the body language. Now we are going to the format of the video resume. So next slide. So yeah, now this is a most important, exciting part of the video resume, guys. So make sure you guys are still awake there because I can see you. So first of all, it all start with planning. Okay, we're going to the next slide. Yes, it all start with planning. To plan out your storyboard of the video resume, you may refer to this template below as a reference. Okay, this is a reference for you when you are going to plan for your own video resume. All right, and this template actually help you to identify the time span for each section as well and what to be included in your storyboard. Okay, so it shows that we are very thoughtful to share all this format with you guys, so you guys know what to do actually when you want to plan for your video resume. Yeah, and then you guys can customize your storyboard based on your script. Script? Do I need to prepare a script? Of course you need, right? Yeah, so let's start with the introductions here. First, in your first frame. So as usual, as an interviewee, how you gonna introduce yourself when you first meet the employer or the hiring manager? How you gonna introduce yourself? So that is also how you are going to do the introduction. The best and recommended durations for this part is actually 30 seconds. Yeah, you can see from the screen, the best recommended duration is 30 seconds for your introduction. All right. However, you may customize it based on your script, all right? But I will not recommend anything longer than 30 seconds here. It will be too long for it. So I wouldn't recommend that. And it's followed by your education, which is best recommended. Be done within 15 seconds, 1-5, all right? 1-5. Of course, the employer want to know your education level and which courses or subject you have taken. Am I right? So let's say you're holding a bachelor degree in marketing. So you may want to further explain it within the recommended duration. Yeah, just a short and brief explanations would do here. So next, it would be your skills and learning. So feel free to let the employers know. Feel free to let them know your skill. Could it be your soft skills, your hard skills, or anything that you have learned, okay, that you think is actually worth mentioning? You want the employer to know you actually have these skills, or something that you think employers should know what you have learned and you have mastered it, okay? So let me give you an example so you have a better understanding, okay? So let's say as a marketer, because Cherry is doing marketing, so I think my example will most probably related with marketer, all right? So you would definitely need some skills like campaign planning, okay? Campaign strategies, and then executions wise, all right? Data analysis. So you need to actually study the data to analyze them. So how would this data actually help you? And study the consumer behavior, the current trend in the market. All these are very relevant and important for you to get closer to the job that you are applying, which is also the similar key points that Mr. Azizi has mentioned, has shared with you guys just now, if you guys are taking down the notes lah. Okay, so for this part, you may need a longer time to talk about it, to talk about your skills, your learnings, all right? So we are actually recommending 45 seconds for this part, all right? So after we are done with skills and learning, we will move on to the working experience. Yeah. Also, just now Azizi have mentioned, you guys might be worried. Hey, Cherry, I'm just a fresh grad. Are you expecting some working experience from me? No, right? Oh, okay, it's okay. No problem. I know some of students here might be afraid of this. But yeah, the trick here is that you may talk about the society you join during your college or university life. Am I right? So the part-time jobs can be as well, or anything that you have volunteer. So I would love to give you another example. So let's say today you volunteer to join the soup kitchen. If anyone heard of soup kitchen before, it's actually a volunteer group. They help out to give the food away to the community. This is also a thing that you can actually mention for your experience. This can actually help the employer to understand you in a person better. Okay? So it would be great if you can keep it within 30 seconds. Yeah, keep it within 30 seconds would be good for your working experience and anything that you would love to share with your employer. Of course, we cannot forget to mention our interest, our strength, our passion, am I right? So it's important also to showcase to the employer to know what kind of person we are. Am I right? Yeah, through the words and through the video as well. We just speak like this. Let them know better. How would this actually help us at our work? How would our interest, our passion, our strength, how would it help us at our work? Okay, so for this part, you are recommended to be honest. Yes, you don't have to fake it. By this, I don't mean that if you love sleeping, you say, Cherry, actually my interest, my passion is sleeping lah. So you're not going to tell the employer that you love sleeping, okay? Yeah, so try not to mention anything negative which would affect your score. Something positive and best if it could help you for the role applied. So let me give you another example. Let's say a marketer saying her interest is checking out social media. Scroll the social media, you see, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, daily to check out the latest news. Latest trend in the market. What is it attract the audience nowadays the most? And yes, this is very helpful to her as a role, as a marketer, okay? Now, last but not least, you need to let the employer know why they should hire you. So you will need to be straight to the point for this part. Highlight your key point again. Why you think you are the right fit for the role within the recommended 15 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds, short and sweet, make it straight to the point, highlight it again to the employer. So let them know why should they hire you, all right? So in total, the recommended length of the video resume will be in between 90 to 150 seconds. In other words, it would be 2 minutes and 30 seconds. However, like I said, it will based on your script, okay? Based on your script for each part of the video resume you are making, and if can, keep it within 90 seconds, will be the best, all right? And of course, today we are actually giving a lot of tips, okay? So next slide would be the tips for first timer. Next slide, please. So now is the bonus time again. Times for the first timer while you are working on a video resume, all right? So first of all, of course, it will be recommended that you look for an expert. Someone experienced, friends or siblings, anyone who is experienced in taking video, ask for their help. Yes, ask for their help to help you to take the video, all right? If you think that, Cherry, actually I don't need others' help lah. I'm very experienced at this, you know, nowadays TikToker. Maybe one of you is the famous TikToker out there. We don't know, right? Yeah, so maybe you are more experienced than we do in recording video. So secondly, it would be your video shooting scene. So just make sure it's a proper one, okay? Make sure it's a proper one and without the background noise. So your voice can be heard clearly, okay? So what I would suggest is that you may want to do it in a closed room, maybe your bedroom, I don't know. So we can actually avoid the noise from other places, other parts of the house, okay? Since now we are actually having our movement control order MEC, all my right? So let's just stay home and make video resume, I mean. So alternatively, if you want to shoot at outdoor, because you think that the natural lighting outdoor apparently is the best, right? So you might need to make sure you have the relevant recording equipment or someone up there is willing to help you to record, okay? So like I said, if we are doing it outdoor, you will need to make sure it's super clear. And for the editing part, there are quite a lot of app you see nowadays on our mobile phone. You can actually download it and do the editing of the video, okay? So or even better, you can use window movie maker on your laptop or on your PC, okay? However, if you are unsure about this, you might want to seek help from Cherry or Azizi, or the best option that we would recommend you again is to sign up with us in XREMO, because our website itself, the video resume feature is already there. So you don't have to do much thing because we have all the things that you need. You just have to follow the guidance here and you will be super fine, okay? So if let's say you are still not sure about it, no worries, because as I said, we have our recruitment advisor and they will be there to help you out. Hashtag you are not alone, all right? And also, if it appears to be that no one is free to help you, how? No problem. Because nowadays, we can always get a selfie stick or a selfie stand, am I right? From online e-commerce website like Shopee, like Lazada, am I right? So you guys may be familiar with that already. So you just need to get that and then make sure your smartphone has a decent recording function, which I think all of us here do, okay? So during the video recording, try to speak as clear as you can, okay? There is always a reason why it is recommended to have a script. Yes, so to have a script, you can rehearsal a few times before you take the real shoot to make sure your pronunciation is right on the point and can be heard clearly. So else there's no point that we are submitting a video resume to the employer if it's unable to play its role to convey the right message to the employer, am I right? So last but not least, do not forget to mention your contact detail at the end of the video resume, okay? It's so important that if you shortlisted or if the employer is keen to know more about you, they know where exactly they can reach out to you. So I believe just now Mr. Azizi has mentioned and emphasized, even give you guys an example that he has came across, right? So contact details very important and hope you guys won't forget about it. And next slide, we are going to talk about the do's of the video resume to make sure your video resume is the best out of the best, okay? So there are something you might need to take note, all right? So let us look into this together. First, of course, we will need to be professional, am I right? Be serious during the video resume, okay? To show to the employer that we are serious about this job. We are not play here, we don't play, okay? And be sincere. So you will need to dress as you are attending to an interview, okay? Be formal and decent look, I mean, okay? So that we can maintain a professional appearance in front of the camera. So please, guys, I know we are all used to Malaysian slang, which is la, lo, le, ha. All this slang we need to avoid it. Okay. So, and of course, no cursing, no cursing in the video resume. Be cautious also when it comes to make jokes. So some people, they think that I want to make my video resume more different than others' video resume. So what I think of is I want to make some jokes with the employer to attract them. Okay, so be cautious when you make jokes with the employer in the video resume, because this thing could be very personal, could be very subjective, am I right? So what would we recommend is that we try to avoid it if possible. It's not that I say we cannot make jokes. Yes, you can, but be cautious, all right? So again, the relevant background of the video shoot scene is really important. And I cannot remember how many times I mentioned this, but yes, it means so important that Cherry keep on mentioning it, right? I think more than 3 times, or this is the 3rd times. So when I say more than 3rd times, it means it's really important. Yeah. So for the background of the video shooting scenes, please guys, we wouldn't want to see the mess on your bed or in your living room, okay? Right, so just to make sure it looks tidy and there is no noise affecting when the video should take place, all right? So lighting, okay? Lighting is another important issue here. So you need to make sure you have a you're at a bright place to take the video. It's not like at a dark room. So your face or your body might look very dull and the employer might not able to look at you very clear. Okay, so we need to avoid that, else the employer cannot see your handsome face, your pretty face, am I right? So next would be the length of the video. Okay, the length of the video, we will need to make sure it, anyone remember how long we're gonna make it, the video resume? Anyone remember? Of course, it's best to be, whoa, very good, Haziza, less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh my God, you guys are really paying attention. And very good. You guys should have learned a lot, okay, today. Because this is actually a 3 days program, am I right? So it's a finishing school program. And I really hope that throughout these 3 days, it's not only today, you guys can really learn a lot before you step in to the working place out there. Okay, so we continue. And yes, nothing longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It would be best if you can make it just nice 90 seconds. Okay, and to prepare your video script within your objective, we all want to look natural and off the cuff, right? Okay, but we should have the sense of what we want to say and then how we want to phrase it, how we want to present it in the video resume. Definitely, we wouldn't encourage the candidate to say or to read blindly from the script that you prepare. Like you just read through it without any expression of your face. When the employer sees your presentations in the video resume, you just read blindly from your script, it wouldn't be good, am I right? So you need to be natural. Yes, you need to be natural, else it will lead to a dull video. Nothing excite or impress the employer. So we need to think the video as a pitch, okay? As a pitch for the reason why the employer should hire you, okay? And your main objective should express. Your main objective should express what and how you can help the company and share your career goals. Okay, everyone should have your own career goals, and if you do not have, it's okay. And your skills and your past achievement. Okay, knowing who is your audience is also very important. You might say, Cherry, are you kidding me? Know your audience. Of course, my audience is employer, hiring manager, recruiter. Am I right? Yes, but no. Okay, we need to consider what type of employer that you are actually applying a job when we're preparing the video resume. Okay, it's not one video resume and you can send out, blast it out to all the job that you apply, just like a resume. You cannot just prepare one kind of resume and then you just send out to all the jobs that you apply. No, this is a big no. Okay, yeah, a video resume for a finance job, for example, and a marketing job may require a different style of video resume, such as the content and your seriousness level. Okay, so you need to take note on this, all right? And before we submit the video resume, to the employer, always ask for feedback. So who you're gonna ask from? Get some free quality check from your friends or your family, because this is an important step before we submit the video resume, because we are all human here. Okay, we are no human, we are not robot. We might make mistake, typo. Sometimes we did not notice that. Maybe we check sometimes already, a few times we check, but still we did not notice that. However, when there is third party coming in, help you to cross-check the video, they might notice something that you did not notice. Everyone's opinion is different. Everyone's perspective is different. You might view it at 6, I might view it at 9. So they might give you some genuine feedback, so you can actually improve your video resume before you actually submit it. Yeah, before you submit to your employer. Okay, so if we have the don'ts, if we have the do's of the video resume, of course we will have the don't. Am I right? So next slide. Yes, so here are some notes for you guys to avoid, okay, during the video resume preparations. So sweet of us, am I right? So you guys should give me some pause, claps, so you can actually support me, you know, to make me more energetic to continue the talk. Cherry has been talking for some time here. Do you want to give me some claps of hands? Yeah? No one? Should I clap hands for myself? One. Yeah, okay. I thanks, guys. I actually heard that, but let me take another sip of water. Okay. So from the slide, the first rule is that we don't mix our personal life with professional career. Okay, we don't mix it. So avoid oversharing on your personal details of your life, because we have to keep in mind that this is a professional video. The video resume that you are making is actually a professional video that could help us to get an interview, to get shortlisted for the interview. Am I right? So we will need to present ourselves as a professional adult, and we are serious about applying this job role. Okay, it's not like we are playing here. Yeah. So we need to present ourselves in a professional way, so the employer view us as a professional adult as well. If you want to be viewed as an adult, you must act like an adult. Am I right? So don't speak too loud. You may speak clear and loud, but not too loud. Hey, how to do that? Yeah, because too loud may cause the employer feel that you are shouting at them. Okay, so we want to avoid that, so we speak loud and clear but not too loud. Okay, so we just need to make sure that we speak clearly, and that should be fine. So if you are still uncertain about your voice, you don't know like whether your voice is actually loud enough, or whether it's too loud, or whether it's clear enough, then we can always play back. Right, we can always play back the video and listen if this is the acceptable video resume level of volume in the video resume. Okay, always double check the video before you actually submit it. Okay, and also let's not use some unprofessional language. Don't use some bahasa, bahasa pasar in your video resume. All right, and then not to insist to shoot the video resume in a noisy place. Yeah, I think we really emphasize on this a lot. So, because no matter how standing you are, if the noisy background is there, it might distract the employer from continuing your video. And here's the questions: who they actually want to listen to? Your video resume, your content, or the noisy background? Doesn't sound good, am I right? So of course, we need to avoid that. Okay, we don't insist to shoot in a video, don't shoot the video resume in a noisy place, and we don't use unprofessional language, the bahasa pasar. Make sure we use the proper language, yeah, such as English, and pronounce it in a clear pronunciation, a right pronunciation. You can always check on Google if your pronunciation is correct or not, all right? Because your professional level does have some significant impact to how employer judge your scalability of your career development, all right? And we go to the next slide. So we almost done. We almost really done towards the end of our webinar already. So here we are actually sharing with you guys some tips, some ideas on the video editing tools. Okay, so you can actually download it to your laptop, to your PC for the OpenShoot video editor and biddable.com. So this tool is actually, you would need to download from Google, okay, to use this kind of video editing editor, all right? So I guess some of you might more expert than we do, am I right? And if you guys don't want to download any apps to your desktop, you say, Sherry, my desktop is very full already. The memories is full, I couldn't able to download any more apps. No problem. You can always use window video editor. Am I right? It's already in your PC one, if I'm not mistaken. And if you are using Windows, okay, it's already a built-in app in your PC and laptop. And also we're giving you tips on the video editing tools on your mobile, right? So next slide. Yes, so you can actually download and like video lib in short. A few more ago, I think all these 3 video is actually very familiar to you guys, right? Right. Yeah, no response already, but it's okay, no problem. I can always entertain myself. Yeah, but this 3 video could actually help you guys to edit your video resume. So it's recommended from us. So if you have a better or you're more familiar with other editing tools, of course you can use it just to make sure it's actually high resolution enough to send to your employer. All right. So next slide. Here is the very exciting part where I believe all of you guys are paying attention for us to know whether you guys are paying attention or not. All right. So here is the pool questions. What is the do's of the video resume that actually Cherry has explained a few slides before? And this is actually a Google Form QR code. You guys just have to scan using your phone, scan this code, and then you can answer, scan it and submit your answer to us. Okay, we will have our backend colleague, backend staff to check your response. So how are you gonna win away our second mystery gift with this poll question? How? Let me tell you how now. Pay attention, huh? So first step, you would need to answer these questions. No joking, huh? What is the do's of video resume? So you need to answer these questions through the Google form, all right? And then secondly, you will need to sign up with XREMO, all right? So we will check backend whether you have signed up with us, and if you have signed up with us and you got the answer correctly, and you are the first one, you are the one who gonna win away our second mystery gift, all right? And do not forget to verify your email after you sign up, all right? And by the end of this session, you'll be entitled for an e-certificate as well. So this is the second mystery gift that we are actually giving away. But no worries, because you have one more chance later, because we are giving away 3. We're giving away 3 mystery gifts today, all right? So while we are actually waiting the students to scan the QR code and then to submit it to us, answer the questions. So can I ensure that everyone has actually scanned it before we move on to our our next slide? So anyone haven't scanned the QR code? You want to let me know before I actually move on to the next slide? Dan, yeah, very simple question, is it? Because actually when I prepared the questions, I actually put a little tricks inside. So if you did not pay attention, right, you might get it wrong. Yes, because I don't want to make it too easy for you guys, just to make sure you guys are paying attention, okay? All right, so we're going to move to the next slide. Oh, it's our Q&A session.
Yes, Cherry, we are about to, how do you say, to the Q&A session already. So before that, right, thank you, Sherry, for a very fruitful sharing with all the UKM students here. Yes, actually, they are so lucky to have this kind of session because during my eras, right, I don't have this kind of thing. I just mind pergi interview je, you know. There's no tip and that for us, for me lah. I don't know you lah.
Yeah, actually during my university life, right, back in a few years back, I actually very seldom to attend this kind of webinar, and then no one else actually guide me how to actually prepare a perfect resume. Don't even mention the video resume. I actually work it out on my own, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Cherry, I actually, right, during the webinar, we have a lot of questions already on the chat box. So I would like to read one by one, Cherry. Yeah? The first question is from Karim. How to describe our part-time job in the resume? How many work experience and extracurricular activity that we must insert in the resume? Okay, the first question is how to describe our part-time job in the resume. Okay, for example, right, you are actually doing your part-time job such as, for example, you are working in a Starbucks, for example, as a barista or whatsoever. You can actually describe you greet the customers very well. You know, you need you do this and that to meet customer satisfaction. That's how you describe your part-time job. Secondly is how many work experience or maybe extracurricular activities. Okay, actually there is not compulsory how many working experience, how many extracurriculars you need to put. But I would like to suggest to put the best extracurriculars that you have joined. For example, you are president of volleyball, put it because you are president, right? Which is the highest position in that competition or whatsoever, or maybe the high position on that club. So you can put the best your extracurriculars. So the next question from Sabrina, can we put our internship in the resume? At which section we should put it? Yes, if you have internship experience, right, you must put in your resume. You need to put it on your experience column. Okay, Sabrina, I hope that this question, this answer helped you well. So we have next question is from Mimi Suhaina. What is mean position level? I don't understand on entry level or non-executive position. Okay, maybe Cherry would like to answer this question from Mimi Suhaina. She asked, what is the mean position level? I don't understand on entry level or non-executive.
Entry level for non-executive, am I right? Did I unmute myself? Yes. Yeah. So for non-executive level, right, we actually can make the resume simpler. Yeah, you can make it simpler. And then most importantly, for me, and I think for most of the employer out there, actually, the first thing comes in your resume, before your resume, all right, is actually your attitude. Yes. So how you're going to express your attitude in your resume is that be humble of the choice of word that you use. All right. So you can actually just explain whatever you have done. By whatever, I don't mean like all those irrelevant things. But if you're actually applying for a non-executive level role, you need to know also what kind of role is that. It's really subjective because non-executive role can be a lot, can be many. We need to see like which industry, what kind of role. So if let's say you are applying for that particular role, you can actually Google and find what is the job descriptions. One thing here is that when you came across these job vacancies online, right, you actually need to read through. Yes, you need to read through the job description one by one to understand what you actually need to do if you are hired for this role. So if you have already understand the job descriptions, what you actually need to do, you can actually mention some of this in your video, in your resume. All right, video resume also okay, just to mention it. Yeah, so that the employer know actually you did really go through the job descriptions one by one, and then you know what you actually are responsible for, what you would do daily if you are hired. So that would win you more scores on your resume as well. So the chances of getting shortlisted for an interview is also higher. Am I right, Azizi? Do you want to add in some other inputs? That is from me. Yeah.
Yes, you are right, Cherry. So, right, Mimi Suhaina, as your question, what is mean of position level, which is you don't understand entry level, right? Yes, entry level is actually, if you already done your internship, you are looking for the first job, right? So you are actually entry level, okay? So you just would like to join the first job. So you are considered entry level. As shared by the Cherry just now, non-executive level is actually a very subjective, okay? It depends on it depends on the what industry that you would like to join. Okay, so another question from Nuraina Nadira. Hello, I want to ask regarding to the job experience. For example, internship experience, do we need to explain a bit about it, what we do and internship? Yes, as again I mentioned, if you have internship experience, you must put on your resume, okay? You need to explain what you have done during your resume in that particular department. Yes, you need to elaborate. So Izzah Abdul from Facebook also, for Facebook Live. How to describe our part-time job in the resume? Yeah, the same question as well. You need to describe like you are doing, like for example, I give just now, you are working at Starbucks as a barista, for example. You need to describe what you have done as a barista there. Maybe you greet customer very well. You have do like housekeeping to ensure that your customer feels satisfaction with your how to say, with your store, maybe with your Starbucks branch and so on. Yeah. Thank you very much, Izzah, for asking. So Siti Hajar also from Facebook Live. How many work experience and extracurricular activity that we need to put inside the resume? I think the same question as well, which is there's no specific how many you would like to put, but please ensure you put like the best extracurricular that you can. As example, you are as a president of volleyball club, you can put the best extracurriculars. So actually we actually have a lot of questions here, Cherry. So maybe anyone would like to ask a question, you can actually unmute yourself and ask the question directly, yeah? Or maybe
did I mention just now who is the first one who asked the questions and already signed up with XREMO, you entitled to win away our third mystery gift. Okay.
Yes,
just now I
Cherry,
forget to mention.
Yeah, I think Cherry, the first one that actually asked a question to us by unmute themselves, they were entitled to get our mystery voucher, right?
Yes. So if you want to unmute yourself to ask us a question, type 1 in the chat box, let us know. Yes, let us know first. Because if everyone also want the mystery gift, am I right? So everyone unmute themselves, everyone thought we don't know who to choose, am I right? So the first one who type 1.
Which is I got it already. Anis.
Is it? Anis Shazwani.
Anis Shazwani, maybe you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Anis. So any question from Anis?
Yeah, actually I want to ask about writer resume because I have heard some because I already attend a few resume course and some of them said that for relevant skills, we need to rank or level for our specific skill. Meanwhile, the other part say otherwise. So I want to know your opinion, which specific skill that we need to rank or level it, and which specific skill that we doesn't necessary to rank it. So thank you.
Thank you, Anis Shazwani, for the question. And Cherry, you would like to answer this question?
Yes, Ken. Yeah. So, thank you, Anis Shazwani, for asking that question. I think that is actually a very good question. So before I actually answer your questions, let me share some experience of mine also. Because earlier on, when I just come out as a fresh grad, I do not know actually we need to rank our skills or your language, your written skill. All this, I do not know that we actually can rank it. Okay, so there is not right or wrong whether you want to just state it down your skills there and then without ranking it is fine. But remember, if you can actually rank the skills that you actually put it there, it would be great, because it is expectations for the employers to know how strong are you, let's say your writing skills or your communication skill. Yeah, maybe you would rate 3 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. So the employer would think that, oh, Anis is actually very good at communication and she's actually applying a customer service role. So I would choose Anis. Why? Because customer service role needs someone who is good at communications. Yes. So back to your question, if you say like whether you want to rank certain skill and certain skill where you don't want to rank it, it's fine. So because to me, you want to standardize everything. So if you want to rank your skills, make sure you rank all of them. So let's say if you put 5 skills in your resume, so make sure you give all the ranking to 5 of these skills. So if let's say you don't want to rank them, so 5 also, you don't want to put any ranking there to standardize it. So not to say like there's 2 that you put ranking and then the 3 you want to rank because you're not sure about this skill, right? So another advantages I would say, if you put your ranking, it's like you are confident. You are confident about your level of skills. You know where are you up to and whether there's room for improvement. So sometimes during the interview, I would say, when they look at your resume, you are selected to shortlisted into an interview. So when they interview, they will look at your resume, am I right? So they might ask you, why would you rank yourself, let's say 5 out of 7? You need to justify yourself. So you might explain why you rank yourself. Maybe you can explain with your experience. Experience that, let's say communication, you might need to say like, I might came across with some argument or discussions with my friends. So how would I solve that? Yes, this would help you and the employer, help you to make the employer understand you better, know your stronger point. Yes, I hope I answer your question, Anis.
Thank you very much, Cherry. So actually, Anis is the first that unmute, right? So yeah, Anis are entitled to get our mystery gift. What we hope Anis already signed up in our job portal, yeah, to ensure that she is entitled to get it. So we have another question, Cherry, actually from Ashita. Okay, for written resume, should we put the international level first participation as a participant, or should we put our position, president or secretary in the club first? So is only for a college level. So in my opinion, of course, you need to put the international level first. So it shows like how active you are. Okay, so that one is the, how to say it, is the top achievement lah you would like to put. So I hope we answer your question, Ashita. The second question from Amira Shamimi. During this pandemic, is it relevant to put 2000 until 2005 as our expected salary in resume? Okay, I think Cherry would like to answer this question.
The question is, can you repeat the question again?
Is it possible for us to put 2000 until 2500 for the basic salary in the resume? Should we put that during this pandemic?
All right. So for these questions, right, what I would recommend is that it actually depends. Depends on what you would say. So it actually depends on the role that you actually apply. For the role, the positions you apply, all right, online or whichever you get it from. It depends on your job apply. It's not like if the starting salary, I would say, is not the same for every role. It's very subjective. So you might need to know first which role that you are actually applying for. Yeah.
So meaning here, right, you should put or you shouldn't put your expected salary on your resume. You can put, no problem, but you need to do a research about the role that you apply, right? What is the, I would say, normal salary? I would say, what is the logic basic salary lah, I would say, yeah. So the next question is from Intan Nur Amnan. If I may ask, okay, for the video resume, if we have face-to-face interview when do we send the video after finish the interview? And do we need to tell the company that we want to send the video resume? How about for online interview? Do we need to attach it with the resume or after the interview? Or I think, okay, this question, right, from siapa ni?
Intan Nor.
Intan Nur Amnan. Okay, you actually need to send the video resume if the employer asks you to send to. For example, if the employer doesn't ask you to send, to send your video resume, but your extra effort to send it, it's much appreciated. So if you already been called for online interview, after that you no need to send anymore lah, sebab dia dah interview you by online kan, ataupun dia dah interview you face to face, so no need to send anymore. So if you wanted to send your video resume, you need to send all before you are being calling for interview. Okay, Intan Nur Amnan, we hope that we answer your question. So any other question from the floor, or maybe you would like to unmute yourself pun boleh. Lagi bagus kalau you unmute yourself.
And if you actually start the video, let us see your pretty or handsome face. That would be great.
Yes, from Ajla, from in the chat box, yeah. Do we still need to include our secondary result? To be honest, no need. You need to put your latest educational results. If you are bachelor degree, your latest CGPA 3.0, put it. No, and then the second latest you can put SPM or maybe diploma lah. Before you degree, diploma, right? For UPSR, PT3, PMR, no need to put in the resume, yeah? Thank you, Ajla. We hope that we answer your question. Ada lagi tak soalan? If a undergraduate student want to apply a job, is it... Alamak, lajunya. Tak boleh baca lagi. If postgraduate student and already graduate, macam mana? If undergraduate student want to apply a job, is it can to put a current CGPA of the study in the resume from Izwan, undergraduate? Yes, to be honest, yes. Even though you are undergraduate student want to apply for a job, can. You need to put your current CGPA as well, okay? But if your CGPA greater than 3.0, if not, if below than that, no need to put. Just put your latest educational background should be okay, okay? Thank you, Izwan. Ada lagi soalan ke? Cherry, is there any question?
I think I saw one from Hidayah
Nordin. Maybe Cherry would like to read?
Yeah, so Hidayah said that I'm a postgraduate student and already graduate. So let's say if I apply a job that's just require the degree qualification, is it okay if I list my master qualification or no need to put? Yeah, I would suggest you to put it in. Yeah, just to let the employer know that you are having this education level, and it's okay if they are just require degree qualifications, but it's suggested you to put in your master as well, just to let the employer know that you actually have this kind of qualifications. I hope I answered.
So is there any question from the floor, Cherry? Anyone would like to unmute yourself also can? We have another 2 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to apply. So Liana Izzati say, I want to apply for online upskill course. Can I have your opinion on the most demanded skill right now in the job market? Some would say analytics or programming. All right, so for Liana Izzati, I would say it's actually depends on which industry you are going in. So I can only give you some example because I'm not sure which courses you are taking and which kind of job you are interested. So let's say me, Cherry, I'm a digital marketing executive, am I right? So if I want to upskill myself, what other skills that I actually wanted? If of course, it would be something related to what I'm doing right now, digital marketing, probably data analysis, or probably Google Ads. Yes, all these upskill courses, I will go and attend. Yeah. So it would back to you yourself, which kind of job that you are actually applying for, and then which courses that you actually take during your during your university or college life. Yeah.
That's all right, Cherry. I think for internship, right, for final year students, I think the basic thing that they need to know is actually, of course, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and so on.
Yeah.
If you're attending for that kind of online courses, you can actually put it on your resume. Yeah. So, any question? Is that Any question from the floor, Cherry?
I think there is, let me see. Can I know? I think there is a few more questions here. So I think I will pick one and then that's our last questions, all right? Because we have 1 more minute. So Nur Hamiza said, can I know what is the difference between curriculum vitae and resume? Some say CV is a more detailed version of resume. Is it true? And yes, I can answer you yes. CV is a more detailed kind of resume. Resume is a more brief one. So it's like an overlook or a summary of you yourself to list out your experience, your skills, your strengths in a resume. So it would be best within just 1 to 2 pages, nothing longer than that, nothing more than that. Yeah, if you can put it within just 1 page, it would be best because it's the employer do not need to take more time to go through it. So one glance, he or she can already see what is the highlight in the resume. Yeah, and then it also depends on which industry or which job role that you are actually applying for. Some might need you to submit a CV instead of a resume. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, Cherry.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Cherry, for your question. I think, of course, as we expected, right? UKM students are so active, so we have tons of questions here, but we are not able to answer all the questions since we are about to end our webinar already. So, right, to those have any questions, you can actually send us your question to email, which is contact@xremo.com. Yeah, if you have any question, you can actually email us to this email, contact@xremo.com. So, Cherry, thank you very much to all UKM students. So maybe we go for the next slide. So, Cherry.
Yes. Yeah, so now we're gonna review. We're gonna review whether you all are paying attention or not, and for the result of our poll question just now. All right. So what is the do's of video resume? And from the chat here, we actually can see. So there's only 2%, so 1.5% of 100 that get it wrong. Yeah, so it's not all of the above, okay? Because people might tend to have this, psychology that just click all of the above because that is the right answer, but no, yeah. Yes, to be professional, prepare your video script and ask for feedback in this case. Shoot video at a noisy place? Of course, no, right? I think I emphasized more than 3 times and I highlighted it to you guys. So I actually somehow indirectly give you guys the tips already. Yeah, so that's our result. And yeah, we go to the next slide.
Yeah, this is the quote of the day. Dream don't work unless you do. Meaning here, right? If you never start, you will never know. So you have to start and then you will see how long you can go. Okay. So yeah, dream don't work unless you do, isn't it, Cherry? So
yeah,
this is our quote of the day lah. And we go for the next slide. So contact us again if you have any question, or maybe because we are not able to answer all your questions by today, right? So maybe you can actually WhatsApp us to our phone number, or maybe email us to contact@xremo.com, or maybe you freely to go to www.xremo.com. Okay, next slide. You can actually connect with us also on our social media like Instagram @xremo.my, or maybe you can actually follow us on Facebook as well, XREMO Malaysia, and Twitter, and even LinkedIn also we have. So feel free to to connect with us to get a more interesting info from our site, which is from XREMO itself. So I think, Cherry, we are about to end our session already, right, Cherry?
Yes, right before we end our sessions, we would like to highlight again the 3 winners of the day, all right? So the first winner, the resume template sharing, is Irfan Hazi bin Razali, all right? So the second winner would be the poll survey just now, Nurina Amira binti
Anis, sorry.
Okay, so I continue. So the third winner who actually unmute themselves during the Q&A sessions will be Anis just now. All right. So these are the 3 winners today who win away our mystery gift. So we will actually email you the gift afterwards. All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Sherry, and congratulations to all the winner. And also, I would like to say congratulations to all UKM students here for joining our webinar today. So, without wasting time, I think I will hand over the session to the PIC. Thank you very much, UKM students. Puan Ashikin or maybe Cik Puan Azhar, is it?
Yes, saya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much to Mr. Azriff Azizi Ariffin and Miss Cherry Chin for the very valuable sharing session today. We have come to the end of our slot today. We hope that it has been educational for everyone and the information gained about having a perfect resume and video resume would benefit all of you. But this slide has not ended yet. We would like to take some pictures together and all of the students can turn on your camera.
I wanted to see all UKM students here. Yang dah on camera, Hazika, Irfan Haziq. Oh, Irfan Haziq yang menang tadi tu kan? Nora Haslina, Muhammad Firdaus, Vinod. Wow. Ramai lah UKM students.
Yeah, we can see a lot of students actually open their video and really love to see all of your faces. Happy to meet all of you here.
All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, Wina. Okay, one more. Freestyle, 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, so that's all for today. So on behalf of UKM-Karier, I would like to once again to Mr. Azizi to thank you once again and